Hey everyone, it's Jeannie for Hero Arts, and today I'm sharing this really pretty card using the Birds of Paradise Fancy Dies, Jungle Serenity Bundle, the Leafy Background Cling Stamp, and Nesting Circle Infinity Dies. To start off, I am working on my background, which is a very easy one because this background stamp is so detailed, but I wanted to add a little something extra to it. It is a cling stamp, so I removed the foam in my Misty so I can go ahead and ink this up and stamp. I am using the reactive inks in the colors Key Lime Fizz, Blue Raspberry, and Green Apple. To blend this out a little bit, I have a brayer, which I kind of just run over the colors to make sure it kind of blends in and it'll look really flawless without the sharp lines. So I go ahead and stamp that and it comes out so pretty. It has this kind of pretty ombre look and I think it just gives it a little something extra. For the Birds of Paradise Fancy Dies, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of the deluxe cardstock. I'm going to do it twice because I want to play with a couple of the florals. I kind of wanted to do 3. I ended up doing only 2 on my card. Sometimes you just gotta cut extra so you don't have to cut them out again. For my die cuts, I tend to do it on white cardstock because I like to color it in with Copic markers. I feel like it just gives it a little bit more dimension than cutting it from a colored cardstock, but of course, much easier to do so. My preference is just to use my markers on die cuts to really emphasize all the dimension and play around with the colors, especially because of the flower itself. I googled Birds of Paradise just to make sure I get the really cool color combinations that they have, and you'll see it has green, it has teal, it has purple, pink, yellow. It's just really pretty, and I was able to recreate one of the flowers that I had seen with the color combination that just looks absolutely pretty. For the leafy portion of the die cut that I'm coloring right now, I'm using kind of a combination of teal and green because I really wanted it to stand out. I also really like adding the leafy areas, the little lines that kind of create that dimension. That actually is on the die cut, so I just followed those lines and I did it really messy because it doesn't need to be clean, doesn't need to be precise. Moving on to the florals themselves, you'll see that I start off with a little bit of purple, and I am referencing my Google image and it helps me so much, especially when I'm kind of stuck with colors or I just don't know exactly what I want to do. So Google is definitely your friend, and I also Google color palettes and things like that just to give me some extra ideas and a creative spark in finding color combinations that I normally wouldn't do. Originally in my head, I wanted to do orange and yellows for this floral because that's usually the colors I see for this flower, but I really like the pop of pink. It's one of my favorite colors, so I was happy to include it. And you'll see that I include pinks and purples into teal and into green, which I think just makes it really, really pretty. And I wouldn't have done this otherwise unless I had a photo to reference to. And of course, with your cards, you can always use your creative freedom. You can do any color combinations. You can pick any colors for anything. You can make the leaves pink if you want, and it works. So the creativity and the ability to pick and choose whatever you want really comes to life. Card making just allows you to do whatever you want, and it works out. So once I finished coloring up these die cuts, I did color up 3 of them. I end up only using 2 because of how my format ended up being. So I pulled out the Nesting Circle Infinity dies, and mainly it was because, as you can see, the die cuts against this background just didn't pop. You can't really see it, and I just kind of debated whether I wanted to do another tone-on-tone stamping of the background to use it for the entire card panel, but I decided that no, Hero Arts has this perfect pitch black cardstock that looks so good with these florals, and it just makes them pop. So I used the nesting die to kind of cut a half circle on the right hand side of my card panel, and that will be the frame for my florals, which I think looks really pretty. And then I'll just stick a sentiment on the side. So I always kind of put my stamps over my panel just to see what sentiment I want for my cards. It's just the easiest way to kind of visualize it and see it on the panel itself without having to stamp out everything. So it works really well. I ended up choosing the Serenity sentiment, which I heat embossed with white embossing powder on the same pitch black cardstock, and I'll go ahead and heat set that, which is my favorite part of using embossing powder because watching it melt is just so fun. And once I have that ready and it's cooled down, I'll go ahead and die cut this. You'll see that I'm lazy with the coordinating dies. I just don't cut them out, but it works perfectly. I just cut a little strip, die cut it, threw away the rest of the scraps, and then I was done and I didn't have to cut the dies apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this all together. I'm so excited about this card. I think it's the perfect card for spring. I think it works with any sentiment, and there's a lot of sentiments in this stamp set, but also feel free to grab any sentiment from any of your stamp sets to add to this card. I think it's just really universal. Floral cards usually are. I actually tucked in all the die cuts underneath my panel. So I had put double-sided adhesive on most of my panel except for the very bottom, and you kind of see the backing of the adhesive sticking out, and that's because I didn't want to remove it yet, so I could insert the die cuts right underneath and play around with it. I am using Hero Arts Precision Glue to glue down all my die cuts just because glue is a little bit easier. You'll see me kind of pushing them around, and that's because glue gives it a little bit of give. When you put it down on your cardstock, you can still move it until it dries. So it allows me to kind of change my mind just a little as I fidget with the placing of everything. So once I have my placing for all my images, I'll, glue it down and kind of work from the back to the front and make sure that it looks the way that I had set it out. Sometimes I'll take a photo prior to putting my card together just so I make sure it looks the way I want it to look, because sometimes when you start putting it together and you're starting from scratch, it doesn't look exactly the same. So a photo is very helpful. I go ahead and glue everything down, and that is my card. I'll add my sentiment and trim off any of the edges that are sticking out, but I'm really happy with how this card turned out, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Go ahead and head over to Hero Arts blog for more details, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!